Hi guys, welcome to Is It Worth a Sandwich? I'm Joe, and after a few long barren months, Bethesda's finally put out more content for the Creation Club. Honestly, I've been looking for an excuse to boot up Skyrim again. This time Bethesda's put out 4 pieces of content: Nordic Jewelry, Rare Curios, Mirthwatch, I hope I'm saying that right, and Pets of Skyrim. And this time I'm actually going to be covering all of them. And because Mirthwatch has a staff enchanter, I'm going to be finally able to create the Staff of Sheogorath and play with it. We're going to start off this video with Nordic Jewelry for 200 Bethesda bucks. When I sat down to write the script for this video, I forgot about Nordic Jewelry. This does not bode well for this mod. You receive a short quest to buy a piece of Nordic Jewelry from one of the merchants in Riften. Once you do, you get a certificate of authenticity from your purchase. Using this, you can track down the original creator, who has just been murdered by bandits. I wonder if they did this just so they wouldn't have to record new voice lines. After dispatching the bandits, you find the artist's journal. Mine was floating in the sea. I don't know if this is because of my flagrant spell usage, or because the artist threw it there. Now you can make Nordic Jewelry out of 1 Quicksilver and 1 Stalkrum. By the 9! It's a good thing everyone has some extra Stalkrum lying around. The jewelry looks okay, but I can't see myself ever using it. Stalkrum is a valuable and a rare resource. It seems a waste to just use it on jewelry. It's such a minuscule amount of content for $2. It's not worth it. Maybe if they gave this one away for free, but even then, you're using up like the most valuable resource that you have in-game to make jewelry. Second, at 400 Bethesda bucks, is Mirthwatch, or Mirwatch, I don't know. The second house put out as part of the Creation Club. Mirwatch kind of evokes the feeling of a wizard's tower. You have your standard living area, and then you pass through this strange glowing door to enter your magical laboratory. The lab has all the usual crafting stations, with the addition of the much sought-after staff enchanter. There's plenty of armor and weapon racks, along with places to display all of your artifacts that you found throughout your journey. You do not need to purchase Mirthwatch from an NPC. Instead, you solve a little puzzle, and the house is yours.
You're the best. Can you be my father?
It also works with Hearthfire adoptions.
Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh, wow. Are you sure? You really wouldn't mind?
If that's something you're interested in.
Oh, well. Thanks anyway, I suppose.
I like Mirwatch. It's beautifully designed and has a neat, magical, mystical feel. I might use it the next time I play through as a caster. I don't know if it's worth $4, though, when there's just a ton of house mods out there. The biggest downside I can see, and this is admittedly my fault, is after I left, I could not find it again on the map. I may just have not been paying that close of attention. The thing I'm most excited with Mirthwatch is the Staff Enchanter, as I mentioned earlier, because that means we can finally create the Staff of Sheogorath. I'm going to be lazy and just reuse the first part of my Creation Club video to set up the staff. Enjoy! Up next is Sheogorath's Staff at 250 Bethesda bucks. Head back to Solstheim and find the Fork of Horpiculation, I hope I'm saying that right, and kill 2 bullnetches. Now, head to see Master Neloth and be locked out of getting your staff unless you finished all of his quest. That is, unless you bought Mirthwatch. Then you can enchant the staff at your leisure. After playing with the Staff of Sheogorath, it's a lot of fun. I could see how it could be useful if you're being swarmed by enemies and you need some relief, but mostly, I just enjoy screwing around with the staff. Yes, slide down the hill. This is just very true to Sheogorath. I want to recommend this mod, but unless you have Mirthwatch or another mod that comes with a staff enchanter, you're going to be locked out of getting this neat, new, fun staff until you finish all of the Telvanni quests in Solstheim, and that just doesn't seem really fair. If they had added on a longer quest line that you needed to complete to get your staff, that would have been totally fine, but this is just reusing something that's already there. And that's just lazy, and I don't like it. Next, we are looking at Pets of Skyrim for 300 Bethesda bucks. Of the mods on offer this time around, this is probably my favorite. You start by heading to Rorikstead and buying a goat. So far, so dwarf and mud crab. You then find a book that talks about taming animals and sets you off on a quest to find 4 other pets: a skeever, a rabbit, a spider, and a fox. These are not difficult quests to do, and they are in locations that already exist, but I really enjoy doing them. You are only able to have 2 pets with you at a time. This is good, otherwise it would start getting a bit crowded. Not unlike my house where I've sent all of my animals to live while they're not, accompanying me. See, Lucia? It's a good thing I didn't adopt you. You would have had to live with all of these animals, and I know how much kids hate doing that. Similar to the mud crab and the Nyx hound, all of these pets are invulnerable and come with a teleportation spell to summon them to your side to watch you battle. Your new companions do offer some assistance. For example, the rabbit thistle will occasionally find you ingredients, and you can harvest venom from the frostbite spider, Arcana, I think. She'll also help you set up web traps to paralyze targets for a few seconds. It took some fiddling to get a trap to work outside, but I eventually did get it. Good spider. Very good spider. You can also put a backpack on a raft, and that's just adorable. I love it. I enjoyed this mod, but I would only recommend it if you really like the idea of animal companions, because that's basically all that's on offer here. The little quests are neat, but they're nothing like a big meaty chunk of content. Lastly, let's talk about rare curios. For 100 Bethesda bucks, this mod adds a bunch of ingredients from other provinces and games to the Khajiit merchant's inventory. When I was playing, I only encountered the nomadic merchants a few times, and I think the group that sometimes hangs around Dawnstar's merchant died. Damnable dragon attacks. They're always going after my Dawnstar. What did Dawnstar ever do to you, dragons? This made figuring out if this mod was worth it difficult. There were a lot of neat new ingredients, but I only found a few of them at a time. Slod soap. Is this soap made for or from sloths? So many questions. This might be cooler on a longer playthrough, so there will always be a treat if you find the Khajiit merchants. But for whenever I was playing, it was just frustrating that I could never find them. And I never found a Wecklid stone, or however you pronounce that. And I don't know what it does in Skyrim. There were new arrows introduced that you can either buy or make out of mushrooms that have a chance to paralyze targets, which was neat. If you have another 100 Bethesda bucks lying around, it might be worth it to pick up rare curios, but only if you haven't picked up arcane arrows or arcane accessories first. Those ones are drastically more worth it. So the Creation Club has been going for almost a year now, and nothing has wowed me. I have really enjoyed some of the content, but there's nothing that I would tell you to run out and pick up immediately. The most exciting and game-changing add-on is survival mode, and I don't think it was that well implemented. Skyrim just isn't set up with this in mind, and it seems just kind of like a extreme difficulty add-on that isn't going to really improve your experience all that much. So far, I think it's kind of a dud. Fallout 4 did just introduce a mod that adds waves of enemies that attack your settlement, and that sounds awesome, and I might actually pick this one up and check it out. I want something that cool and interesting for the Skyrim Creation Club, and so far they are just not delivering on it. Skyrim has a lot of really crazy, neat content buried just in the base game that I feel has outdone most of what the Creation Club has put forward. Screw that. Everything the Creation Club has put forward. You're still better off just buying a sandwich. Thank you guys for coming back with me to Skyrim. Have you tried out the Creation Club? What are your thoughts on it? Is there anything that would make you actually sign up for this and start trying it out? I'm really hoping they put out something cool and awesome, but I don't have a lot of confidence at this point. But anyway, guys, I'll see you again next time. So after I finished recording, I found out about a little glitch you can do to reset the Khajiit's inventory, which makes it a lot easier to get a lot more of these items. You buy everything you want, quick save, punch them, and then load your game and reset their inventory. Doing this, I was finally able to get my Wecklid stone. It is beautiful, and I will never use it.